Earlier, we chatted with Kelsey Grammer to get all the details about the Frasier reboot. Check it out.
Hi, Mr. Grammer.
Oh, wow, there you all are. Wonderful.
I was going to say, a little jealous of your background there, brother.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm in the Caribbean on an island called Nevis, and we're shooting a movie here.
Oh my God, my family's from Nevis.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no kidding, really? Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
from
it's
Nevis.
going, it's lovely.
Well, we're not all
Nevis is
from Bahamania, all right?
I'm from Cleveland.
I'm from
Bahamania.
TV. You are best known for playing my absolute favorite TV character of all time, Dr. Frasier Crane, in Cheers and, of course, Frasier. And I just wanted to know, were you nervous when you spun off to do the lead in your own series? Because it was a huge hit, but you didn't know that.
We haven't collaborated on anything together since we wrote the spring musicale in prep school.
Yes, well, it was well received. It did get us out of gym class, but...
There's always an element of you know, I guess anxiety about, you know, putting something in front of an audience. It's, you know, it's not art until you put it in front of somebody. So that moment was disconcerting on some level, but I knew that we had a good script. I knew we had a great cast. When the live audience stood up and cheered at the end of that show, David Hyde Pierce turned to me and said, "Kels, what does this mean?" And I said, "It means you're going to be able to buy a house." Yeah. And then he said to me, he said, "What does it mean for you?" It says, "Means I'll probably buy 2 houses."
Yeah. That's right. That's amazing.
It's all right, James. Did you win? Okay.
Yay, James! He can come on.
And hey, James.
We didn't know what James is doing.
Let's say hi to James. Hi, James.
The big star of the show.
Oh,
There you go.
cutie.
What's up, cutie?
Hi, cutie.
James is the baby.
Oh, the baby.
Aw.
He said, "Yeah, that's you. That's all those people are interested." So, okay, you can play.
Well, I'm sure everyone's happy to know there's a reboot in the works. So what was it
Yes.
like for you to return to the character? And can you give us any details about when it's going to be released? Because we're all waiting on pins and needles.
I thought, you know what? There's still another story to tell for him because Frasier's an interesting guy.
So when is it coming out, though? Can you give us a date or a ballpark?
Well, I think we're aiming to shoot sometime in the beginning of the third quarter.
Excellent.
And then, however they'll plan release of the show is based on. You
We
know,
need an exact day, sir.
Yeah, we won't move
You
on.
see, I'm like drilling down.
on Paramount Plus. So, you know, I'm not going to be involved in when they release it.
Right.
But
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Congratulations.
Scrambled eggs, yeah.
We have to talk about Kelsey Grammer's historic battles for America.
Yes.
Can we remember the men who shaped the nation we became?
Now, let's be 100. Every dad, I don't know what it is. We have kids. You get into history. That's just a thing that you get into war history. How did this happen to us, and when did it happen to you?
You know what? It was my granddad. My granddad was a World War II veteran, a colonel who served on Guadalcanal, and I had such reverence for him.
Why do you think that history is our most boring class in middle school and high school, where I feel like it's the most fascinating thing, the decisions that had to be made, how these little, just the weather affected, you know, the way the troops that were able to move, and that, you know, allowed them to, you know, refuel, and all these little things that happened that changed the course of history, and yet history class is a snooze fest. How is that?
Somewhere along the way, the people instructing us in history have allowed themselves to snooze.
Unless, as long as he's narrating, I'm going to be watching. All right, there you go, a Supreme Court nerd, so I like certain cases, and I wondered for you, if you had to pick a certain battle, which for you was the most important for America and why? I know this might be difficult, but if there was one that stood out to you.
There's Antietam is pretty decisive in terms of the fact that it's still the greatest loss of human life in American battle, and that was 22,000 plus in one day. And I've walked the battlefield at Gettysburg and sensed that there's that one trench where it was just hand to hand for hours, and it's just a nightmare to think about the blood that ran for weeks out of that place. And that was our blood. That was our human blood.
Yeah. It's tough. I cannot tell you what it is like speaking with you. Thank you so much for chatting with us, Kelsey.
We need to do this again.
It's been on my vision board since I've been 10, and you can watch Kelsey Grammer's historic battles for America. It's streaming on Fox Nation. It should be fascinating and not a snooze fest. We'll be right back.
Enjoy
Thank you.
sir.